Guys, so I wanted to make you a video today of some double hoop moves. My friend Danielle is getting into double hooping, and she wanted to basically see some easier moves, and I wanted to give you guys just some tips and drills to getting comfortable with working with your second hand. So one thing when you first are getting into doubles that I think is really important is to basically either just stand facing the side, or I'm going to face to the side so you guys can see me, but to the front, and just to work on your planes and work on being comfortable with the hoop rolling over both hands. So in the beginning, the best thing to do is just stand here and let the hoops both roll over both hands. And you want to think about timing, because in hooping there's a lot of different moves that come from different timing and different paces. So basically when you're doing double moves, see how both my hoops are spinning the same direction right now and at the same speed? And they're also spinning at the same time. There's a lot of different things with double moves where people do split time, where the hoops are moving at different speeds. Oh, sorry, it's hard to keep them going at different speeds. So this is on split time. They also have where you're doing stuff and it's on the same time, but one hoop's opposite direction. So they're spinning at the same time, but going in opposite directions. So there's a lot of different things that you can work on without even really doing much. Just working on standing here and letting the hoops roll over your hands and play with the timing, see if you can get them to go at different times. See if you can get them to stay together. See if you can get comfortable moving your hands, taking them from down by your hips here and moving them out in front. Then you move them up to the top. And you'll see as you start to move your hoops around, your planes will start to get a little wonky, and that's something that you can spend time on cleaning up your planes. Because the better foundation you have, and the cleaner planes and the cleaner lines you have, the easier it is later on when you try to connect things and do these wild double moves. It's a lot easier when you have nice clean planes. Another thing you can work on, even without the hoops, is just the arms for doing like flowers and stuff. When you're doing flowers, the arms are going now, you can either go opposite direction, where they're going split and they're hitting each point. You can do them going the same direction but at split times. So one would be up as one's down and out. And these don't seem like much, but just really hitting these positions makes it a lot easier when you have the hoops in your hands and your arms are already trained where to go. Another thing that you can work on just with doubles in the beginning is letting the hoops roll over your hands, because there's a lot of transitions and stuff where the hoop actually rolls over the top of my hand, and it could be in either direction. So something I like to work on is literally just taking both hoops and rolling them back over my hands. You can do it backwards over the hands, and then you can stop and you can do them forwards over the hands. Doing these drills will later on help you when you're trying to do a trick and you're like, oh, I got to switch directions with the hoop. And let's say I'm going forward with my hoops and I want to stop and do something, and I need this hoop going back this way to go into another move. Those transitions will help you later on. So being very comfortable with letting the hoops roll over your hands, forward and backwards, and just letting them spin in the hands are really important when learning doubles. Another basic move that you can do that's really pretty, really isn't much. We take both hoops out in front of me. I'm going to take the one in my right hand. I'm going to come up and scoop behind my head. Same thing with my left arm. I'm going to come up, scoop behind my head. If I just take these and I just keep going, one, then the other, eventually I can speed this up. And I can go one, and as the other one's coming to the front, I let the other one start. And you have a nice, basically it's like a forward-facing weave, because the hoops are weaving on each side of your body. Another thing is, the basic forward weave. So if you did it with one hand, you used to just scoop, scoop. Same thing with the other hand, it's scooping. And what you'll find with the weave is that one hand is going to lead the other. So I'm a righty, so I like to lead with my right hand. So I let my right arm start, and as it's coming back to this side, I let this one follow. And you can go into your regular forward weave with two hoops. After this, if you want, you can stop at any point and reverse it and go into your reverse weave. if it's not comfortable for you to just start it in the middle of it, if you want to start the reverse weave, I like to start with my right arm again, and I'm going to let this one come back and lead. And this one, same thing, it's going to start with the pinky facing up, and it's going to follow. And you're going to let one go and then the other. And just let them chase each other. The looser the grip you have, where the hoop's kind of just hanging in your hands openly and it's just swinging like this, the easier the weave will be to clean up. Once you get comfortable with the weave, you can play around with the placement of your hands. So if you're doing the weave and you're doing these big arms like this, try bringing your arms together out in front of you. You can almost make your wrists basically kiss. And it's going to change the effect of how your move looks. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but just taking a weave from a big weave to a little weave, it looks like you're doing a whole different move. So you could take a lot of simple basic moves and stack them on top of each other and make it look like you have this whole doubles routine without actually doing more than one or two moves. You know, just changing up and playing with them and taking them out wide and into close. Another basic double move you can work on is the beginning of flowers, because with flowers you can do a whole bunch of different stuff and they're fun. So basically I'm going to start, to make it easy on myself, both of them spinning forward, and I'm going to just start with one hand. I'm going to leave this back hand here just spinning, and I'm going to let the front one go forward, up, back, down. Now when I go forward and up, I don't really have to move, but when I go back I have to twist my shoulders, my whole body, in order to keep those planes clean. So I'm going to go, hold on, get them to the same time. I'm going to go forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. And that's basically making one flower pattern on my right side. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my left arm, but I'm going to let my right arm just spin. So we're going to get them going at the same time, and I'm going to bring it forward, up, back, down. As you can see, my left arm isn't as strong and conscious of my planes as my right arm is. So it's going to take a while, and you're going to feel, you know, not really comfortable on your non-dominant side for a while. But you're going to sit there, and again, get them going at the same time. And take that left arm now and do out, up, back, down, out, up, back. And basically, eventually what you can do is you can take these, and after drilling them individually, you can either do them opposite time and have them go where they meet at the top and at the bottom, or you can have them go same time, same direction. You can do whatever you want with them, so you can play around with that. So just to start for now, I'm going to do opposite. So I'm going to go out, up. I'm going to go forward with the right one first, because that'll make it a little more smooth for me. But as you can see, I'm still working on my flowers. They're not great. It takes a long time of drilling, timing, you know, sitting there and figuring out exactly where you want each hand, what kind of timing, if you want same time, split direction, same direction, split time. There's a million different variants, so it's something fun that you can just keep building and playing with. I hope this helps.